welcome back to my channel. This is Joy. I am bringing you a fun St. Patty's Day card because it is my favorite holiday. And I decided to do an Infinity Shaker card. So I am using Maker Forte products for today's project. And right now you're going to see me blending Cotswold green ink through the Shamrock Heart stencil. And I did that floating off of the page because I didn't necessarily need a heart. I just needed a bunch of shamrocks. So then I decided to use the St. Patty's Day Lucky Truck stamp set, which is a silhouette stamp. And I inked that up in British Racing Green ink using my Misty tool and applying good pressure so that I could only get one inking through it. That way I didn't have to worry about lining it up a second time, and voila, it worked perfectly. I am thrilled with that. And then I did use a sentiment from the same stamp set using Versamark ink. I am going to emboss that sentiment. I did treat that with my anti-static tool just to keep from any of the powder from sticking. Now, honestly, it probably didn't matter if I used it or not because I'm using clear embossing powder, but it's just always a good thing to get in the habit of doing. So, and like I always say, the best part of embossing is the heat embossing of watching that melt, and I just love the way that turned out. And so this is kind of where I start to get off screen, and I apologize for that. But I am putting down just strips of tape with the ATG gun to put my plastic down for the Infinity. I do treat the plastic with my anti-static tool just so that the sequins don't stick. And then I just fold each of the sides over, 3 of them. And then I trim down the extra plastic just to get rid of the bulk. Once I'm done taping that and cutting that down, then I will put down my final piece of adhesive along the top without adhering the plastic yet, because I then take some silver sparkle sequins and I put those down into the pouch. I hope that's making sense. We're not quite there yet, but it is easier if you take a little funnel tool to put the sequins in. And now you're going to see I kind of just sprinkle those in. And then I flip the panel over and I fold the last piece of plastic over. And I trim down any corners just to make sure, one, is it's sealed, and 2, it's not bulky. So now I'm taking my Tim Holtz trimmer and I am trimming down a black panel to 4 by 5 1/4. And on the front panel that measures 3 3/4 by 5, I am applying foam tape to that so that I can get some extra dimension. I like dimension and it makes me happy. Now, one thing I'm terrible at is lining things up, so I always add liquid glue, which in this case is Bearly Art glue, to the liquid tape before I put it down onto my black panel. And you see I do fuss with it, and that just gives me the wiggle room to do that. And then I use the same wet glue to adhere the black cardstock panel to my A2 card base, which is, in this case, a top folding panel. I think it turned out great. Now, if you like this project, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing to my channel, as I am a new channel and I'm trying to grow, and any type of communication does make YouTube notice me more. But anyway, the most important thing is that you have a great day, and until next time, keep crafting.